Don't wave, Riley.
Yeah. Monkey. No, I'm not talking about the type of mammal that swings from trees and eats bananas like you might think. Monkey is the name of the first Santa Gertrudis bull ever bred on the King Ranch in Texas. Today, I plan to give a recap on the breed as a whole, address the benefits of raising Santa Gertrudis cattle from a commercial rancher's viewpoint, and compare the breed to other breeds that are often raised here in South Texas. As stated by Santa Gertrudis Breeders International, Monkey was recognized easily as the best calf on the ranch, from a perfect cross of 3/8 Brahman and 5/8 Shorthorn in his blood. His deep cherry red color, along with his hardiness and good disposition, was passed down to his offspring, who now carry the same greatness of the Santa Gertrudis breed. When 1940 rolled around, the USDA finally recognized the Santa Gertrudis as an official breed, which is now referred to as America's original beef breed. When driving around the country, you can easily spot Santa Gertrudis cattle anywhere you look. Just look for the red coat, which is a little bit saggy, and the fairly large ears. They also have a bit of a hump on their neck from their Brahman blood, and tend to be very big-statured and heavy-muscled. Now, if any of you were looking to buy cattle to put on your land, which kind would you choose? Now, if you don't know too much about cattle, you may shop around for the prettiest ones or maybe the cheapest ones. I know that I considered those two traits myself when I first began raising cattle, but I soon found out otherwise. More experienced ranchers know that those two traits definitely aren't what makes a breed able to survive on the land for a profit. When asked why they utilize Santa Gertrudis genetics in their herd, commercial cattlemen will automatically tell you that their versatility is unbeatable. This breed was developed to be hardy and able to survive on the brush country that South Texas possesses. Alan Livingston from thecattleblog.com states that these cattle are hardy animals that will travel long distances in search of forage and water. Because of this, they are able to fit into any type of commercial operation in many different geographic locations for beef production. They not only thrive in the humid and hot weather conditions along the coast, but are also disease and insect resistant, making the process of upkeep of the herd much easier and cheaper on the rancher. The biggest selling point of Santa Gertrudis cattle are their excellent herd females. From the very beginning, Santa Gertrudis females are very early maturing and are very fertile, just about guaranteeing a calf by their side within their first 2 years of life. Santa Gertrudis cattle naturally produce low birth weight calves, which eliminates any difficulties calving, which could therefore result in the death of a calf. After birth, Santa Gertrudis females are very nurturing to their young and have very strong instincts. Farmers Weekly says that Santa Gertrudis females have an excellent production of milk, for the calf to grow very quickly, so the rancher can therefore wean a very heavy calf. To round it all off, these females produce calves up until their 18th year of life, making them a very good breed for commercial breeding. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Santa Gertrudis steers that are sent to slaughter are very economical for the rancher, as they produce a very high quality carcass. These calves can gain an extraordinary amount of weight in the few months that they are at the feedlot before slaughter, which is better for both businesses and the American people. Santa Gertrudis bulls are very heavy muscled and still pass on the great genetics that Monkey did to them, and trust me, they use their abundant fertility to their fullest ability. Having such fertile bulls is a must for commercial businesses, as reproducing is what makes the ultimate profit of money for the rancher and meat for the consumer. No matter where you put them, Santa Gertrudis cattle will find a way to survive and reproduce, making them a great breed of cattle to cross with any other breed. This breed's efficiency as feeders and outstanding carcass traits highlight the fact that the Santa Gertrudis cattle are competitive and profitable in every sector of the cattle ranching industry. You've now heard an abundant amount of information over Santa Gertrudis cattle, so I'll turn the focus a little towards other breeds that are used here in South Texas. Angus is a breed of cattle that is commonly used here in South Texas, but they don't quite live up to the Santa Gertrudis breed. Angus cattle are black, which means that they get a little warmer a little faster, especially in the hot and humid summer months. They also prove to be smaller than Santa Gertrudis cattle, so the ones that are sent to the feedlot as steers don't produce as much meat. On the reproductive side, however, Angus cattle do typically reach a decent size and mature fast, where they prove to be good mothers to their young. Another breed commonly used here in South Texas are Breifers. This breed is a cross of Brahman and Hereford cattle, which creates another very hardy breed able to survive in any condition. These cattle put even less on their bones meat production-wise, making them insufficient to sell for meat. They are excellent breeders and protective mothers. However, the mothers can become very violent when they think that their young is threatened, which can ultimately become dangerous for their owners. Even though these aren't all of the breeds used here in South Texas, these two are the big ones, along with Santa Gertrudis. These two breeds are cheaper to buy, but overall do not compare to all of the advantages that the Santa Gertrudis breed has to offer. They have some of the same traits, but the qualities of those traits tend to be higher in Santa Gertrudis cattle, therefore making them the breed that ranchers want to crossbreed their cattle to. So, after what you've just learned, what type of cattle would you put on your ranch now? Hopefully the answer would be Santa Gertrudis. I encourage each of you to raise them if the opportunity ever arises, as you won't find a more versatile and profitable breed in the world. If it comes down to it, this breed will survive the impossible, all due to their exceptional traits passed down from their great herd sire, Monkey.